Hello everyone! For this video, I will be teaching you how to make these no-sew octopus keychains. These are so easy, they're great for beginners, and they only take about 15 minutes to complete. Let's get started. You're going to need a size 4 yarn. I chose this because it's super soft and fluffy. You need scissors. You're going to need a 4.5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, keychain rings, whichever you like, some pliers to help with the keychains, and 6mm eyes, and then of course stuffing. To start off, we're doing a slip knot, and if you don't know how to do that, we're just going to take this yarn, hold it this way and cross, put your 2 fingers inside the hole, grab the yarn and pull through. Just pull. And there you have it. Now you just put your crochet hook through it, pull a little to tighten it a little bit, and you're ready to start crocheting. We're going to make 2 chains. 1 chain, 2 chains. It's just basically yarn over and pull through. And then we're going to make 6 single crochets into this chain closest to your finger. To make a single crochet, just poke your hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through again. And you're just going to repeat that 6 times. This piece is mostly going to be made with single crochets, so if you are a beginner, this is a great way to practice that stitch. Once you're done the 6 stitches, we have to connect the 2 ends together. So you're just going to take your hook, push it through the very first stitch you created, and then you yarn over, pull it through that one, and then pull it through the one that is on your hook again. And you've connected both sides. And then we're just going to do a chain. So every time we finish a round, we do a slip stitch to connect and then a chain. For this next round, we're going to do 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So it's going to be 2 in 1 stitch, and you're going to end up with 12 stitches at the end of this round because we started off with 6. So 6 times 2 is 12, and that's what you should end up with. If you're not sure if you have 12, just make sure that you count at the end of every round. By the way, this is called an increase because you're increasing the amount of stitches every round, which is basically a way to expand your projects and just make them bigger. So now that you have 12, we're going to do the same thing that we did last time, which is slip stitch to connect and then chain 1. This should look like a flat circle for now. Now for the next round, we're going to do 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets in the next one. So it'll be a pattern of 1 and then 2. 1 and then 2 in the next one. And at the end of this round, you should have 18 stitches overall. This is how it should look like after doing the 18 stitches. And then we're just going to slip stitch again and do a chain 1. Now for this round, we're just going to do normal single crochets all around. So it'll just be 18 single crochets all around, just 1 single crochet for each stitch. Once you're done, it should start to curve a little bit, and we're just going to connect it with a slip stitch and then a chain 1. For this round, we're going to do a decrease for the first stitch. Just 1 decrease, and what that is you're combining 2 stitches together. So yarn over. Now that you have 2 there, you're going to go to the next spot, and now you'll have 3 in your hook, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. Basically, you've just combined 2 stitches in 1, and then you're just going to do a single crochet for every single one of the stitches in the round. And then you're going to end up with 17 at the end of this round. Now that you're done, it should curve even more. and we're just gonna do the old slip stitch and chain 1. Now for this one, we're going to do 8 single crochets, and then after the 8 we're going to do a decrease and then continue with the normal single crochets. So we've done 8, and then decrease will be yarn over and then go to the next one and then pull through all 3. And at the end of this round, you should have 16 stitches overall. Make sure you do a slip stitch and the chain 1 at the end. Now for this round, we're just going to do a decrease the whole time. So we're going to make a total of 8 stitches. So decrease number 1, and then you're going to do a decrease number 2, and then you go all around until you get 8. Now the reason we have 8 is because we ended up with 16 the previous round, and then if you decrease all of them, then it'll just be cut in half and it'll be 8. And it's important because octopus have 8 tentacles, so it's important that you get this number correct. This will be a little harder to see, but just make sure you slip stitch, and this is how it looks like. It's a very small hole now, so be careful. Now to make the tentacles, we're going to do 4 chains, and then we're going to go into the next stitch and just slip stitch it in order to attach it to the body, like so. And then we're just going to repeat that throughout until you have 8 total. So chain 4, and then you just slip stitch to the next one. At the end, we're just going to chain 1, cut the yarn, and then pull the crochet hook in order to fasten off. Just make it a little bit tight. And there you have it. Now for the next step, we're going to make the stopper at the bottom of the octopus. And it's basically just the first 2 rounds of the body. So just make a slip knot and chain 2, and then same as before, you're going to put 6 single crochets into this chain. Once you're done that, the next round will just be putting 2 single crochets into every stitch, which means you'll end up with 12 overall. And just like at the end of every round, just make sure you slip stitch, you chain 1, and then you cut the yarn. And that is the bottom part of the octopus. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. These are the eyes that I have. They're 6 millimeters, but you could choose whatever you have or whatever you would like. What I do is I put the stopper on it first before putting it in, because actually the holes of the octopus are really big and the eyes literally just go through. There you go. And the reason it doesn't fall off is because the stuffing keeps it in place, and the stopper as well. This is how far apart I like to put my eyes, but obviously it'll be up to you. Now we're just gonna stuff this octopus, and any like yarn tails that you have, just make sure that you stuff it in as well so that you don't have to sew it in. You can feel around the body and make sure that there aren't any empty spaces and that you filled it up pretty well. And then we're just gonna take our stopper and just stuff all the yarn tails, and then just center it the best possible way that you can, and this should stop the stuffing from falling out. You can actually choose whatever color you want to put there, but for this one I'm putting pink so it looks more clean. Now for the keychain part, the ones I have come with this separate piece that you put in first. You can use pliers or tweezers for this. I just chose to use my hands. And then this is the chain part. And then I close it up with pliers. And there you have it. That is the finished product. This is very easy. It should only take you about 15 minutes, especially once you get used to it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.